Update 40 has called the spirits. Today, we will be commencing the spirits of the balloons to the afterlife. But beforehand, we will be placing down the submarine of the depths. On round 10, call upon the spirits using Corvis as an anchor of sorts. This is an unusual spot on resort for this 2 Megapops, but do not worry. Like the Dark Champion, our hero can glide across the battlefield and will continue to reap the spirits of the balloons in the desired location of this small square. Just keep on using nourishment in the early rounds. We do not depend on the other spells in which Corvis can use. Okay, it's now time to go back to my normal voice. But I can make myself the voice of Corvis if I could. By using the submarine, we will not need to cast our vision spell to see the damned. The damned being those camo balloons who refuse to seek refuge within the land of the spirits. One very interesting thing about the harvest ability is that if a round goes on for too long, it will disable itself.
What is it?
Really weird, isn't it? That we cannot use our weapons of mass manifestations to claim the spirits. Now we are at the stage where we can teleport our hero. Let us put him over here now that the balloons are stronger. And the fact that the balloons themselves will keep themselves in this area of the realm. Let's get ourselves some radar scanner up and running so that we do not require the vision spell whatsoever. However, I do think that the vision spell is very pivotal to certain 2 TCs that this tower, I presume, has tens of combinations already done already, even though this has only been out for less than a day. At the time of this recording, that is. Oh, Ancestral Might and Echo. Combine those 2 and you're going to have yourself a wonderful time. And I've forgotten to consider these leads.
Be not afraid. Be angry.
Oh, great.
Not afraid.
Some of these early rounds are going to be a little bit whack if we do not mic ourselves here. But honestly, yeah, Echo. Now, we'll save Echo for when the boss comes around. Let's reap those and discover our malevolent spirit inside of us all. Right, Echo, Spear, and you know what? That's just good actually. Just those 2 I think would do. Let's see, reap that, and looks like we're gonna need, no, we don't need more. Although we do need to remove that now. We should continue on with our accomplishments of reaping these and using nourishment as much as possible, sorry. Nourishment as punishment. Punishment for the spirits. There is one massive problem with Corvis at the moment, and it's a similar issue to sentry guns from the Engineer Monkey and Etienne's UAVs and drones. Anytime, I believe it's something to do with the Echo. Every time the second spirit disappears, any pops that it commences will not count towards the overall prop count of Corvis, which is why there are multiple discoveries of 2 Megapop scenarios at the moment, but yet almost all of them have Corvis and actually the total damage counter at below 2 million. So what do you do there? Not use Echo whatsoever, but that is kind of necessary in order to actually do a 2 Megapops with this beloved new tower. Let's reap those, thank you. Nourishment, although I feel like you can only really use nourishment early on in the game because we're kind of struggling to pop these balloons now. Let's see, spears of lightning as well.
Yes.
Let them come into my circle. Although we should really do something else with our money now.
What is
Blues? Huh? How do we run out? No worries. Let us reap them for their souls. No, not the soul barrier. Sometimes I actually misclick that for some odd reason. I mean, it is a temporary means of being able to deny a camera balloon from leaking. Yeah, Ancestral Might is a mighty vessel to have at our disposal. It's so powerful. I can see Corvis getting nerfed in the near future. Like, he is really powerful if you combine different spells together. Like, Ancestral Might with Echo. Echo with other things. It's all about the echoes of the spirits. Things are going very well. All you need to clear these early Moabs is Storm and Spear, and just enable them to be popped within the radius of Corvus, because if they're not popped in the radius of Corvus, then Corvus cannot extract their spirits to siphon his mana. Reap, Echo, and... let's just use Storm for the moment, although I'm very worried that the Echo will not contribute towards our pop counter. Just use Reap quickly there. Oh gosh, the Reaping actually remove the Moab layer there, which is very handy. Ooh, we might need some help actually, in the form of glue gunners. I honestly wanted to save up to Call to Arms, but that will have to wait until another part of the game, because we're gonna desperately need some glues here. Yeah, I know, you want to harvest these. I will try my utmost best. Okay, I think that's good. Yes. I love this new hero. People say it's even more OP than Geraldo's support, which is a very hard thing to believe. Like, Geraldo in his support is probably unmatched in some ways. Oh, crikey. Come on, then. Fortified Moabs. Get glue strikes. Yeah, we need every bit of support at our vessel to slow all of these down. Okay. Our level 10 ability is here. The Dark Ritual ability. It'll summon a force field around this area to where anything that comes within it, Corvis will continuously extract them. And then we will be able to use our spells indefinitely. Excuse me. There we go. Like nourishment, for example, but we used that the wrong time there. We definitely used it wrong time, because now we've got nothing against these balloons. I wonder if Overclock actually does anything. There we go. Now that is much better. Definitely a learning curve with this particular tower, and it's an incredibly micro-intensive balloon. No, tower, sorry. Reap, Echo, and Ancestral Might, because you have two incredibly deadly hands at your disposal. I wish Ancestral Hand lasted for a bit longer, but I understand why it only lasts for such a short amount of time. Echo and Ancestral Might is, I believe, a necessity against the bad. There we go. Just keep using nourishment whenever you can, because we're definitely going to need those level ups in order to get the most amount of levels that we can. People say about level 20, nourishment instead makes more money, which is really bizarre if it's true. Like, yes, nourishment will have no purpose when it comes to the mana giving side. So the experience giving side, so it kind of makes sense if it goes into something else. But money? Really? There's no point using the Dark Ritual when it's just one balloon, because then you recover very little amount. Soul Harvest is probably better than the Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual is amazing against the masses. The more balloons there are, the more powerful it is. Although, sometimes glues can be a little bit of a hindrance, actually. Let's see, reap that and get your abilities back. Echo, thank you. It's basically a 300 for free if you're still able to get it within the range of our beloved Corvis. And the Dark Ritual still going on. Sometimes it's actually best to have all of your mana for the next round, rather than consuming it all. Otherwise, you may not have something for all of it. And actually, it's probably better if we use Malevolence for this particular round, because we still get a little bit of a recovery, but it's only a light recovery, and yeah. And so, Ancestral Might? No. Reap then Ancestral Might. There we go. Oh gosh. Have you ever seen an insta-kill for these particular behemoths? Well, here it is with these ancestral hands. Dark Ritual having a very slow recovery rate is actually quite good because it is such an OP ability when using in the right circumstances. Because you can just keep spamming your spells and you still have a full mana gauge because you're using Dark Ritual to continuously get back your abilities. I meant mana, but you know what I mean. Bloons Sabos for a slowdown. However, there are going to be some cases where using Bloons Sabo is bad. Because of a harvest having only a limited amount of time where you can actually use it, it actually means that there are going to be cases where if we use it, we might not be able to use it again, as in the harvest ability, because we slow down the balloons too much throughout the round. Like, is that Ninja Kiwi's way of balancing Corvis so that you cannot actually use it throughout the round as much as you possibly can? But then does Dark Ritual have a limited amount of times in which you could possibly use it, or a limited amount of time in which you could possibly cast the ability itself? Like, all these things are questions to ask. Holy moly, those BFBs are going right down. I love Corvis. His different spells are amazing. I'm glad Ninja Kiwi kind of delayed Corvis by an update, so that we can get all of these wonderful abilities as bugless as possible. Like, Ninja Kiwi has claimed that they spent a lot of time going through the game and ensuring that there is as little bugs as possible upon the release of Update 40. But I imagine there might be one or two out there that people have discovered. And they're like, hey, Ninja Kiwi, take a look at this. That's round 78 cleared up. Okay, let's deactivate these abilities, let them go to Corvis, and then reignite them again. But where are we going to go with this? Well, definitely need another Sabo. That's definitely for sure. Get you to Sabo, because I keep forgetting that. Put you down there. Put you over there. Going to need a snowstorm at some point. I'm going to put you down here, actually. Kind of away from the track. Well, the majority of the track. Does Overclock even benefit this, or am I just imagining things? I hope I'm not, and it actually does something to our spirit here. Call to Arms is definitely necessary. I should have gotten it earlier, actually, but I kind of need to be slowed down in order to control the speed of these balloons. Aggression as well. Yeah, that's... No, I don't want to remove you from this spot. This is a good spot. So Corvis likes Zero Jesus aesthetics. Why is that? Is that because it's the colors of the underworld?
Are we hunting?
You cannot see in front of your face. Right. Ancestral Might, get at it. Oh, you're pounding that. Yeah, it would have been better if we had it under Echo as well. So, Echo and Aggression? Still not doing enough though, honestly. Like, we've got the layer down, but we are honestly lacking a lot of potential here. Like, this could actually be a very difficult round, but maybe I'm just being hyperbolical here. Keep them within the range of Corvis, and we have run out of mana. Slow them down. Reap, please. There we go. We've got abilities back up to full swing. And the rest of the round is done. So, the more balloons there are, the more that we can manage the balloons. It's such a weird thing, actually. It's kind of like Avatar of Wrath. The more that there is, the more potential we have. Pack them into oblivion. Ancestral might with the echo. Oh dear. You have no idea what's coming to you, balloons. The spirits of the fallen shall rise again to take you down. It's just a different way than the pod itself. If you have echo, the other thing when you use trample will go the other way around. So the echo one will start from the start of the track, whereas the original one will start from the end of the track. Now that is very interesting, but it's also kind of like Sordus' sword charge. So in a way, this kind of like takes inspiration of many other different towers or heroes throughout the game.
Which is very interesting. Time to call to the spirits.
Let's see. Overlord. And recovery with Storm. And I not... Oh yes, because it removes the spirit itself, so that's why we can't use it! Come on now! I suppose there's one downside of using that. Let me use it! I can't do anything!
Are we hunting the spirits or not?
Yeah, I think... Hold on. Oh! All attacks are paused, that's why we can't do that. Okay, so I'm a dumbass for doing that. Time for call to arms to come into play. And now we have 50% of the usual attack speed and pierce with us. So combination with a few other things like Ancestral Might, but before that Echo, I think we can have ourselves a good time here. Let's see what we can do against 2 ZOMGs. So let's see here. I'll reap that, and yeah, I still don't have enough here, so let us do that ability and use that, and then use don't do that accidentally, and then oh my gosh, that's devastating. There we go, get our abilities back up and running. Nourishment for that, extra mana bonus XP. I'm not sure where I'm going with this now. Between round 84 and round 85, I had a long kickboxing lesson, so that's why I kind of like feeling a little bit tired at the moment. There we go. I think that will do it. Yeah, just beat them all up. I love that combo. It's just so powerful. Ancestral Might does have a very long cooldown, but I think that's actually a good thing because of how powerful it can be. And they go down again. If you can slow down the battlefield enough, honestly, you can get these abilities back during the round if there are only ZMGs left. And I have no complaints about that whatsoever.
Just absolute devastation happening here on this channel with this Spirit Walker.
That does the trick this time. Oh... Where did they go? Oh, it's here. This little green gremlin. Yeah, its other name is called Green Gremlin. For good reason. Let's see, can I harvest you? Only a few of you, but that should do it. Yeah, there we go. All in time for the DDTs. How is this going to fare against them, actually? We should be good, thanks to our MIB. Honestly, I feel like I've not utilized nourishment enough. It feels like I'm far behind when it comes to my level progression when it comes to all this. But at least we have a lot of mana, though, to use. Let's see how we can
Dictate the lives of these spirits.
I'm on the balloon form, that is. Yeah, I'm not going to move my Corvis at all. I feel like it's in a better position there. A lot of range covered in that little square, and that was a very rubbish usage of that. But honestly, if I feel like if I let up, then I won't be able to stop all of these. But yeah, we definitely need that, honestly. And yeah, we're not getting enough because of just these ZOMGs here, so
Harvest those, lovely. And 92. God, some of these rounds are going to be very unpredictable as to how we're going to survive these. Because it's really dictated by what spells we have at any given point in time. Like, can we actually do this? Are we able to feasibly do all of this? Or is our mana going to run out? Which I feel like it's going to run out at any given point in time. Yeah, that moment it did run out. So we have to forcefully rely on the slowdown of our ninjas and glue to get us the rest of the way there. Well, I managed to get through round 93 without the same complications as last time. It honestly feels like if you run out of mana completely, you literally are on thin ice unless you can get your harvest ability back to try and clutch your way back to getting some mana. But if a round goes on for too long, then you are kind of screwed on that mana.
Are we hunting?
Let's see what we can do here. Not a great deal amount. Echo, and then just use the things they would normally do otherwise. I feel like I'm using too much here, and I'm going to run out of mana too quickly. But we do have our death ritual, which is brilliant. Storm, aggression, and spear again. And that should, question mark, do it. I honestly feel like these Moabs are going to be the death of us, honestly. Forged Arms activated. Yeah, it's looking very tight up here. Yeah, it's down to what abilities we use per round, honestly. But the harvest ability comes back quite quickly, which is nice. But yeah, and sometimes I feel like I lose track of where I am at times. And there's not really much I can do. Oh, they're too close.
Not afraid. Angry.
This is a very micro-heavy hero. Double boom. That was a bad idea, actually. Because now I'm pretty exposed to attacks. So once that goes out, hopefully get that back and cast all of them, please. No, seems like that's not going to work, possibly. Fire let out. Yeah, I have serious doubts about my survival here again. Like, I'm popping the frontmost ones too quickly, so therefore the backmost ones are going to stop us. And sometimes I still again click on the wrong tower. Right, Ancestral Might needs to come in clutch here, because I'm honestly running out of options on what I can do.
Are we hunting?
But still, early days for this hero. I've just discovered actually something about this update. Sometimes it feels like upgrades get unupgraded, but at least your money gets refunded. But I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's suffered that actually, where it feels like if you load back into the game, your last upgrade that you've done has been unupgraded. Max aggro mode with all this. But still, oh, these ceramics, honestly, these spirits are honestly really weak against ceramics at times. Oh, I swear, these are going to be the death of us again. These blasted Moabs, or their innards, are going to be our annoyance here. Please let us activate the harvest. We really need it. There we go. So, Echo and Ancestral Might again. There we go. But I feel like I kind of missed out on round 95 though, because we used them on this round. Let's slow these down as much as possible so we can get these back as much as we possibly can. Just hold them out just a little bit longer. I feel like I've just completely screwed myself by having these locked out of several or lots of DDTs. No, we're going to run out at this point. Being too aggressive is very bad because then you lose your means of being aggressive. Let's see, aggression again. All of that good stuff, yeah. But when you do have your harvest ability, you can go back to being aggressive. Absolute Zero activated again, being brilliant. Nah, I feel like we're going to lose again. This is going to run out of mana. Why aren't you Oh, that's because you're not the frontmost ones. That's why I'm thinking, why are you attacking these ceramics that are so close to the exit? Just the ZMGs left of this particular round, and then we can move forward to being excited for fortified ZMGs. I feel like round 98 is not going to be as tough as we're going to think, because there's just so many balloons that we can just instantly replenish our stock here. Because the round's gone on for such a long time, the harvest ability is no longer there, so we're kind of stuffed actually. Unless we can get our other ability back. Let's see, absolute zero. Do that, lovely. And then please don't let them go back there again until the exit. Okay, here we go. This is the play. I just realised that I saw Echo and Ancestral Mode, thinking I can just use that to obliterate the two fortifieds. God. Yeah, Ancestral Might and Echo is OP. Feast your eyes upon true destruction in the form of Corvis. Right, let's get our bearings here. And, not quite there yet. I definitely need the Ancestral Might again, but I guess we're gonna have to succumb to bloody fortified super ceramics again.
What is it?
Reap. There we go. Reap what we saw, and I love both Echo and Ancestral Might. I know I've said it so many times throughout the video, but I honestly love that combo. But once again, we're succumbing to the horrors of our own weaknesses. Us. Myself, actually. And just these horrors left. Honestly, not a big fan of them whatsoever. So, oh gosh, we're really weak for round 99, I'm not gonna lie. So, we're gonna need to do some slowdowns here. And we need a big stock of mana at the very end of this round. But I'm not too sure if I have the means of doing that. Oh. This could be big. Okay. Let's see. Storm and aggression. Not going to use spear, just going to use the other things here. I don't want to use up too much mana, but we have to use up mana to do everything here. So yeah, it's a big balancing act between what you're going to use and what you're not going to use. But look at where the DDTs are now. I know I haven't been using my abilities as effectively as I could be, but I am honestly not very... See, there again, it feels like I'm always clicking on Soul Barrier for some odd reason, even though I'm physically not clicking on it. And that's round, but our soul count is very low. Our mana count, sorry.
BAG, focus your power.
I'll do my best, but I can't guarantee anything because of, well, where we are right now. Although we do get a little bit of mana out of the bag, which is good. Not enough. Yeah, definitely not enough. Gonna need to reap again and do some damage. Let's see. Echo. Oh, really? 8? For goodness sakes. Yeah, I'm going to start this round again. Because that is BS right there. The game calculated, oh, you want to do this? Well, you can't do that because I'm denying you access of that. I'm honestly running out of options here. And even though we're not going to be on paper getting 2 Megapops, it is 2 Megapops because the game does not calculate Corvus's pop count properly. Okay, we've done that, but those ceramics, honestly, they might have actually cost us in a little way.
Is it?
Harvest those, but I still just... these spikes over here, I feel like they're going to cost us too much, honestly. Can I get these in time? Yeah, I think so. But, can I do this, please? Freeze them in place? No. Okay, I'm still confident about that factor. Okay, we managed to get to a point. Look at the total damage we've done here. So, in some ways, we need to add another 60,000 to this number here to get 2,042,000. And by plussing that 60,000, we will get 2,022,000. So we have done it. I don't know why I've been a little bit shallow within the second half of the video. I honestly struggle a lot when it comes to micromanaging in this game. And for me personally, micromanaging is my least favorite part of the game, just like with mortars or anything like that. But Corvis is an incredibly interesting hero, and it's definitely one in which people are going to try and utilize a lot to, well, discover new strategies and all this sort of stuff. We didn't get to level 20 because I didn't utilize now nourishment enough. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end off this video here before I lose all of my grammar. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and look out for a video tomorrow when it comes to like just update 40 as a generalization. And apologies about the quality of this video. I'm honestly incredibly tired, and Wednesdays are the absolute worst days for a update drop because I have a full day at work and then I have a kickboxing lesson in the evening. There's just no space whatsoever for anything like this. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.